Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Dear friends, this is Muhammad Rafiq Mukhlis, your teacher for the subject of microeconomics. My dear friends, in this video we will be discussing about the elasticity of demand, and we will understand the different degrees of elasticity, and we will also understand that how demand could be affected by the level of prices, by the income of the consumer, and by the prices of other commodities. And we will also understand the different methods and techniques that are used for measuring elasticity of demand. My dear friends, there are some learning objectives that are mentioned here, that why we are studying this chapter. We have studied this chapter to understand the behavior of demand toward change in price, and also understand the behavior of demand toward change in income, and also to understand the behavior of demand toward change in the price of the substitute or complement goods. And we will also understand how we can measure the elasticity of demand, and we will understand the different degrees of elasticity of demand. My dear friends, there are some learning references that you can refer. My dear friends, these are the main points of the chapter that we will be concerned with. The meaning and concept of elasticity, degrees of elasticity, perfect elastic demand, perfect inelastic demand, high or more elastic demand, a less elastic demand, unitary elastic demand, and the measurement of the elasticity and types of demand elasticity. Okay, my dear friends, here we will understand the concept of elasticity, right? Now, a question will be there in your mind that uh, we understand the behavior of demand toward change in price, right? We also understand the behavior of demand as a result of change in the income with the help of law of demand. Then what is the need that we should study elasticity of demand, right? We remember we studied in the law of demand that law of demand shows the inverse relationship between quantity demanded and the price level, right? But what is the need that we should study elasticity of demand? My dear students, in the law of demand, we just study that there is inverse relationship between quantity demanded of a normal commodity and the level of price. But the law of demand does not show us the exact changes in the quantity demanded due to the change in the price or level. Now, the elasticity of demand is used to measure the exact percentage change in the quantity demanded due to a change in the price or the income of the consumer. Got it? Okay. Now what we mean specifically by elasticity, right? Or elasticity of demand. My dear friends, by elasticity of demand, we can mean that elasticity of demand is the degree of responsiveness of quantity demanded to a change in the price, right? To what degree there will be the change in the demand, right? Will that change in the quantity demanded be much more as a fall in the price level, or will the change in the quantity demanded will be very less, or will the change in the quantity demanded will be same as the change in the level of price? Or now we can simply say that this is showing the percentage change in the quantity demanded as a percentage change in the level of prices, right? Elasticity of demand is representing the percentage change in the quantity demanded as a result of percentage change in the level of prices. Okay, my dear friends, what is the mathematical way or formula that can be used for measuring the elasticity of demand? My dear friends, as you can see here, the ED, which stands for elasticity of demand, equals a percentage change in the quantity demanded divided by percentage change in the level of price. Right? In more simple words, we can write it: the elasticity of demand equals percentage change in the quantity demanded divided by percentage change in the price level. Right? It is just representing the responsiveness of quantity demanded toward change in the level of price. Okay, my dear friends, there we have basically 5 degrees of elasticity. Number 1, perfect elastic demand. Number 2, perfect inelastic demand. Number 3, high or more elastic demand. And number 4, less elastic demand. And the last one, unitary elastic demand. Now we will discuss each one of them in details with the help of graphs and tables and formulas. Okay, my dear friends, what we mean by perfect elastic demand, right? Now if I say when there is a very negligible, very small change in the price level and it results to bring a big or huge change in the quantity demanded, that is called perfect elastic demand. Right? A very small change in the level of price brings uh, uh, an extremely high change in the quantity demanded. That type of elasticity of demand is called as perfect elastic demand. Once more I am repeating: when a small change, very small change in the price level brings a huge change in the quantity demanded, that is called perfect elastic demand. Okay, now here we will understand the perfect elastic demand with the help of table and graph. My dear friends, as you can see in the table here, on the left hand side we have shown the price level, and on the right hand side we have shown the quantity demanded of X commodity. X commodity, it can be anything like car, it can be laptop, it can be motorcycle, it can be house, it can be, right, fruits, it can be. Okay, on the left hand side we have shown the price of X, and on the right hand side of the table we have shown the quantity of the X. Now my dear friends, right, we understand that there is inverse relationship between quantity demanded and the level of price. It means as the price falls, the quantity demanded rise. Now we can see the same thing here. If the price of the commodity X is 10, then what quantity of X commodity will be demanded? The demand will be 200. Now if there is a negligible fall, a very small fall in the level of prices, for example, from 10 it reduces to 9.99, 0.01 percentage change was there in the level of price, but look at the change in the quantity demanded. The change in the price was just 0.01, but it has resulted a big change in the quantity demanded. It has increased the quantity from 200 to 300. Now we say a small change in the quantity demanded brings a big change in the a small change in the level of price brings a big change in the quantity demanded. Now as you can see in the figure, right, look, there is a negligible fall. The previous price was 10, which the demand was 200, but now you can see the slope of the demand curve. There is a slight fall in the price level, which has resulted to increase the quantity demanded from 200 to 300. This is what we mean by perfect elastic demand. Okay, my dear friends, what we mean by perfect inelastic demand? Perfect inelastic demand or zero elastic demand is a situation where even a big change in the price level may not bring any change in the quantity demanded. Or in simple words, I can say quantity demanded will not change as a result of change in the price level, right? If there is big change in the price or small change in the price, but still the quantity demanded remaining the same. It means when the quantity demanded does not change with the change in the price, with the price level, right? The demand is said to be zero elastic. Okay, my dear friends, this is the schedule that we can understand with the help of it the perfect inelastic demand more clearly. Now, as you can see in the left hand side of the table, I have shown the price of salt per packet, price of salt per packet, and the quantity demanded of salt. Now look, if the price of the salt is getting changed, for example from 10 it becomes 20, 30 and 40, but look at the quantity demand side, the demand is remaining the same 3 at different prices, the demand is remaining 3 buckets for the salt. Now this is also representing that there may not be any change in the quantity demanded as a result of change in the price level. The same thing you can see in the graph, that the demand curve is just a straight vertical curve. What does it represent? It represents that if the price may change, the price may rise or may fall, but there won't be any change in the quantity demanded. Why? Because this type of demand is inelastic or zero elastic demand. Zero elastic demand is a situation that quantity demanded may not change as a result of change in the price level. Okay, dear students, this is the schedule that will help us understand better high or more elastic demand, right? If we simply define the high or more elastic demand, high or more elastic demand is that elasticity which is representing the percentage change in the quantity demanded and the percentage change in the price level. But my dear friends, in this type of elasticity, the percentage change in the quantity demanded will be more than the percentage change in the price level, right? But that difference will be comparative, right? That is not as the same as the perfect elastic demand, but this type of elasticity is representing that the quantity demanded will be more responsive. The percentage change in the quantity demanded will be much more than the percentage change in the price level. Okay, as you can see here, we have shown the price on the left hand side of the table and quantity at the right hand side of the table. My dear friends, as you can see, if the price of the commodity X is 40, the quantity demanded of the X is 20. But if the price may fall from 380, from 400 to 380, the quantity demanded will increase from it will increase from 20 to 70. Now look, there is a difference, a slight difference between 380 and 40, but there is a considerable difference between the 20 and 70. Now we say a considerable change in the price level brings a big change in the quantity demanded. This type of demand is called this type of elasticity of demand is called high or more elastic. Or we can again repeat the definition that a considerable percentage change in the price level brings big change in the quantity demanded. My dear friends, we will be solving the mathematical examples with the help of formulas in the coming slides. Okay there, so now here we are to discuss the less elastic demand, right? What we mean by less elastic demand, it says that when the change in price is very high but the change in the quantity demanded is very low, this is called less elastic demand. Or we can also say that when a big percentage change in the price level brings a low percentage change in the quantity demanded, that type of demand is said to be less elastic demand. Okay, here is the table and graph for understanding what we mean by less elastic demand, right? My dears, as you can see in the table, on the right hand side I've shown the price of X, and on the left hand side, on the right hand side of the table I've shown the quantity demanded, and left hand side of the table it has been shown the price of X. Now if the price of X is 10, the quantity demanded is 4. But when the price falls from 10 to 6, the quantity demanded rises just from 4 to 5. Now, if we take out the percentage, the high percentage change is there in the price level, but very low percentage change is there in the quantity demanded, right? When high percentage change in the price may bring a slow or small percentage change in the quantity demanded, that type of elasticity is called less elastic demand. As you can see in the figure, right, this is the distance that has been shown by this vector from 10 to 6. This is a big area, but when we compare the difference in the quantity, the difference between 4 and 5, this is a small area. It represents that the percentage change in the price was high, but the percentage change in the quantity demanded was very low. This is called less elastic demand. Okay, my dears, there we have the unitary elastic demand. What we mean by unitary elastic demand? By unitary elastic demand, we mean when the percentage change in the price level is just equal to the percentage change in the quantity demanded, that type of elasticity is called unitary elastic demand. Or if in simple words I say the percentage change in the price is 20, but the percentage change in the quantity demanded is also 20, it means the percentage change in price is equal to the percentage change in the quantity. Okay, now this is the table which will represent the unitary elasticity or unitary elastic demand. Now look, if the price level is 20 for commodity X and the quantity is of X is 10. Now if there is a change in the price level, right, means the price increases from 20 to 30, but the quantity demanded falls from 10 to 8. Now later we will understand, we will measure the how we can measure the percentage change in the help of formula. Now if we take out the percentage change in the price, it will be same as the percentage change in the quantity demanded. Or as you can see in the figure that the change in the price is same as the change in the quantity demanded, right? This curve is representing the demand curve, or this is the fall in the level of price, which is rise in the level of price, which is from 20 to 30, and this is the reduction in the quantity demanded, which is from 10 to 8, right? Okay, my dears, now here we are to measure the changes in the quantity demanded as a result of change in the level of prices. Okay, what is the basic formula for measuring the elasticity? The basic formula is elasticity of demand equals change in the quantity divided by change in the price. Change in the quantity divided by change in the price multiplied by price level and the quantity. Now we will understand it better with the help of figures. Okay, my dear friends, here we will understand what we mean by less elastic demand, right? Okay, we understood that by less elastic demand we mean when the percentage change in the price is more than the percentage change in the quantity demanded, right? Now we can say percentage change in the quantity demand is less than, this is representing less sign, right? Less than percentage change in the price. Okay, my dear friends, as you can see in the table, we saw there is inverse, we understand that there is inverse relationship between price and quantity. Now if the price level increases from 12 to 20, if the price level increases from 12 to 20, now there we will see the change in the quantity. Okay, here we'll understand that how it can be less than 1. Okay, my dears, if we look at the formula, what is the change in quantity? The change in quantity is that is from 20 to 8, 20 to 12. What is the difference? The difference is 8. Basically in the elasticity, we do not consider the sign of the figures, right? We will just understand the how it is responding, right? Okay, the sign doesn't play a considerable role in this calculation. Now if there is an increment in the price level, what will be the changes in the quantity demanded? The change will be 8. The change is 8. As you can see, the change in quantity demanded is 8 and the change in price is also 8. From 12 to 20, that difference is 8. Now 8 divided by 8, right, multiplied by, right, what was the basic price? The basic price was 20 and the basic quantity demand was okay, now the basic price was 12 and the basic quantity was 20. Now if we move ahead, then we'll say 88 divided by 8, it will become 1. 1 multiplied by 12 by 20, it will become 12.20. Now if I divide 12 by 20, for example 12 divided by 20, it will become 0.6, right? What it will become? 0.6. If I multiply it by 1, it will still become 0.6. Now there's, if I consider 0.6, this 0.6 is less than 1, right? It means 1 is more than 0.6. Hence this is called less elastic demand, right? Hence 0.6 is less than 1. Here we say this type of elasticity or this situation is representing less elastic demand. Okay, my dear friends, when the elasticity is more than 1, right, how we can measure that? For example, the percentage change in the quantity demanded is more than the percentage change in the price level. Okay, dears, as we can see in this table, the price was 90, the price was 90, right, but it became 100. There is a change in the level of price, that from 90 it became 100, right? Now let's consider what is the reaction of demand. Now see, the quantity demand at price 90 was 18, but when the price became 100, the quantity fell down to 10, right? Now if I want to find out what kind of elasticity is this, right, or what degree of elasticity is this, is it high, is it less, is it unitary, or is it 0? We will understand. See, now we will find out what is the change in the quantity demanded. the change in quantity demanded is 8, right? What is the change in the price level? The change in price level is 10, because from 90 to 100 there will be 10 difference. Now the change is 10 in the price level, okay, multiplied by what was the basic price? The basic price was 90. The basic quantity, it was 18. Now if I undertake the process of calculation, then what it will be? Directly, if I multiply 8 by 90, it will be 720 divided by 180. Now 720 divided by 180, what will be the result? The result will be 4. Hence 4 is greater or more than 1, right? Now this can be a high or in this case the percentage change in the quantity demanded is more than the change in the level of prices. Now this is what we mean by the elasticity, which is more than 1, right? Here we can prove that 4 is more than 1. Got it? Okay, my dears, here we will understand the unitary elasticity or unitary elastic demand, right? What does it mean? If you remember the definition, when percentage change in the quantity demanded is equal to the percentage change in the level of prices. Now see, if the change in the quantity is here just 20, I said the minus sign, the sign doesn't matter, okay. The quantity demanded was 100 at the price of 10, right? But it became 80 at the price of 12. Now what is the change in the quantity demanded? 20. What is the change in the level of price? 2. 20 divided by 2 multiplied by, what was the basic price? 10. What was the basic quantity demanded? 100. Now if I multiply 20 into 10, it will become 200, and if I multiply 2 into 100, again it will become 200. Now 200 divided by 200, it will be 1. Now here 1 is equal to 1. This type of elasticity is called unitary elastic demand. Okay, my dears, this is a standard value of elasticity, that what will happen if the elasticity is equal to 1. This is called unit elastic. Percentage change in the quantity demand is equal to the percentage in the level of prices. And what will happen if elasticity of demand is more than 1? This will be elastic, more or perfect. Percentage change in the demand is more than the percentage change in the price level. And if the price elasticity of demand is less than 1, then it represents inelastic, which means the percentage change in demand is less than the percentage change in the price level. Okay, my dears, here we will discuss the different types of elasticity or types of elasticity of demand. There are basically 3 types of elasticity. Before we discussed, there were degrees. Now we are here discussing the types of elasticities. We have 3 types of elasticities, which are a price elasticity of demand, income elasticity of demand, and cross elasticity of demand. My dear friends, we worked some of the examples on the price elasticity of demand, that we said how the price can be affecting the quantity demanded, and we had the 5 degrees, right? That high, perfect, high, unitary, less, and zero elastic. We worked, and this formula we used for calculation of the elasticity of demand. Now we will discuss the income elasticity of demand, right? What we mean by income elasticity of demand? Income elasticity of demand is representing the responsiveness of quantity demanded toward change in the income of the consumer, right? Elasticity of income elasticity of demand is showing the responsiveness of quantity demanded as a result of change in the income of the consumer. Or the formula, This EY stands for elasticity or income elasticity equals percentage change in the quantity demanded divided by percentage change in the income of the person, or more simple, the change in the quantity divided by quantity multiplied by change in the multiplied by in the income divided by change in the income. Okay, dears, we say this is the simple formula that we can calculate the income elasticity of demand. Now let's have some tables and numbers that we can use. Okay, my dears, this is what we mean by equal to unitary or equal to unity. It means when the percentage change in the income is equal to the percentage change in the demand. And less than unity, what does it mean? When the percentage change in income is more than the percentage change in the quantity demanded. And more than unity, it means when the percentage change in income is less than the percentage change in the quantity demanded. Now we will solve some examples. Okay, my dears, now as we can say that in this table, on the left hand side I have shown the income of the consumer, and the right hand side of the table we have shown the demand for milk of the consumer. Now if the income of the consumer was 1000, the quantity demanded was 100. Now if the income of the consumer increases from 1000 to 2000, the demand increases from 100 to 150 liters of milk. Now let's put it in the formula and understand what type of elasticity this is. Okay, my dear friends, as you can see, the change in quantity demanded is 50, right? And the change in income is 1000 multiplied by the income was 1000 divided by the basic quantity demanded was 100. Now if we see here, if we undertake the process, now it will become 0.5. Now 0.5 is less than 1. This is less than unity. It means the percentage change in income is more than the percentage change in the quantity demanded. Okay, now we will see that how there will be more than unity, or the income elasticity is income elasticity of demand is more than 1. Look, in this example, the income of the consumer was 1000, the demand was 100. Now if the income of the consumer increases from 100 to 1000 to 2000, then the demand of the consumer increases from 100 to 300. If we put the figures in the formula, the change in quantity is 200, right? And the change in income is 1000, right? Then the basic income is 1000 and the basic quantity is 100. Now if I undertake the process, then again it will give me now 2000 divided by suppose if I see, I'll show you the how we do. This is 200 divided by 1000, it becomes 0.2. I can write here, right? 0.2 multiplied by, now what is this result of this? 1000 divided by 100, it will become 10. Now if I multiply 0.2 divided by 0.2 into 10 into 10, the result will be 2. Now the elasticity of income is 2 and 2 is more than 1. This is what we mean by elastic or more elastic demand, right? Why? Because the percentage change in income is less than the percentage change in the quantity demanded, right? Okay, the third one is, that is unitary, or when the percentage change in income is equal to the percentage change in the quantity demanded. Now look, in this example, if the income of the consumer is 1000, the quantity demanded is 100. But if the income of the consumer increases by 100%, the demand of the consumer also increases from 100 to 200. Now if I put it in the formula, now what is the change in the quantity demanded? 100. What is the change in the income? 1000. Then the income of the consumer, basic income 1000, basic quantity 100. If I undertake the process or carry on the formula, solve it, it will give the result of 1. Now when the 1 represents the 100%, right? It means when the percentage change in the quantity demand is equal to the percentage change in the income of the consumer. Okay my dears, the third type of elasticity is called the cross elasticity of demand, right? Now what does it mean? There is another factor that can be having impact on the nature of elasticity, or that can be having impact on the quantity demanded, right? It says when the quantity demanded of a good changes due to the change in the price of other goods, right? Now here the quantity demanded of a commodity will be affected by the change in the quantity in the price of other commodities. Other commodities can be substitute commodities and can be complementary commodities, right? Now if the quantity demanded of a commodity is affected by the price of substitute or complementary commodities, that type of elasticity is called cross elasticity of demand. Now how we can measure the cross elasticity of demand? There is simple and basic formula is given that elasticity of demand or cross elasticity of demand equals percentage change in the price of B divided by percentage change in the quantity of A. Let's have an example. Or we can also say that this is showing the responsiveness of quantity demanded of commodity A to change in the price of B. For example, what will be the quantity, what will be the change in the demand for car as a result of change in the price of petrol, right? These are complementary commodities. What will be the demand for car as a result of change in the price of petrol? Complementary commodities, right? Or what will be the demand for example, what will be the demand for Pepsi as a result of change in the price of Coca-Cola, right? These are the substitute commodities that can be used instead of each other, right? Let's say percentage change in the quantity demanded of A divided by percentage change in the price of B. Or the another method that we can apply, percentage change, that this is the multiplication sign actually. Change in the quantity of A divided by quantity A multiplied by change in the price of B divided by price of B. Okay, with the help of this figure we will understand how the impact of change in price of one commodity will be there on the quantity demanded of another commodity. My dear friends, if the price of A, suppose this A, can take the example of this A, or let this be oil or petrol. Let's make it petrol, and this is the quantity is, for example, car. Okay, now if the price of petrol is instead of coffee we have just taken the petrol, and instead of tea we will just take car. Okay, if the price of oil is or petrol is 200, what will be the quantity of car demanded? 1000. But if the price of petrol increases from for example 300 to from 200 to 300, what will be the demand for car? It will be 1200, right? Now this is the example that's representing the direct relationship. Then we can use, instead of petrol, coffee. That will be better, because in this example we are gonna to represent a positive relationship, right, not negative relationship. Here we'll just take tea. Okay, Okay, now if the price of coffee is 200, the demand for tea will be 1000. But if the price of coffee increases from 200 to 300, the demand for tea will increase from 1000 to 1200. Now let's see what type of in which degree we can put it, right? Is it high, more, perfect? What degree? We'll just calculate it. My dear friends, now what is the change in the quantity of A? The change in the quantity of A is 200, because the difference between 1000 and 1200 is 200. 200 divided by, okay, what is the base, the change in the price of B commodity? The change in the price of B is 100, because there is 100 difference between 200 and 300, divided by 100 multiplied by, okay, what was the price? Basic price 200 and basic quantity 1000. Now if we calculate, if we carry on, the result will be 0.5, which will be less than 1. In the same way, we can put different figures and we can measure the elasticity or cross elasticity of demand. Thank you so much for watching.